Welcome, Mother Cluckers. My name is Debbie. Some viewers have asked us, will roosters guide your chickens in at night, or is it basically every chicken for themselves? I'll explain that in this video, so stay tuned. When the sun begins to set and the sky changes color, a shift happens in the chicken yard. Chickens stop scratching, the noise softens, and they start making their way toward the coop. But the question is, does the rooster guide them in, or do they each decide for themselves when it's time to roost? The answer isn't as simple as yes or no. It depends on the flock dynamic, the individual rooster's personality, and how confident your hens are on their own. But in most cases, a good rooster absolutely plays a role in keeping the flock together and encouraging them to settle in for the night. Roosters are natural protectors. That's their job in the flock, to watch for danger, break up squabbles, sound the alarm, and often even keep a bit of order. And when evening rolls around, a rooster that bonded with his flock will usually start showing signs of gathering behavior. He will usually begin clucking in a steady, rhythmic way, not alarmed, not loud, just a soft, persistent sound. That's his way of calling the hens in. It might sound a bit like a conversation, and the hens often respond. He may even walk among them, gently herding or nudging them toward the coop entrance, especially if some are distracted or slow to move. You'll sometimes see him stand just outside the coop, waiting until the last few hens are inside before he goes in himself. It's not always dramatic, but it's there, this subtle leadership. Not every rooster does this, though. Some are more laid back, and some are inexperienced or too young to understand the role. And in some flocks, especially ones with confident older hens, the rooster doesn't need to do much. The hens know when to head in, and they'll do it with or without him. But if you've ever raised young pullets with a mature rooster, you'll probably notice that he teaches them. He models behavior, not just for safety during the day, but also at bedtime. He shows them where to roost. He helps break up nervous wandering, and he often sleeps closest to the door or on the highest perch as if standing guard. In flocks without a rooster, chickens still go in on their own. They're creatures of habit. Their internal clock, driven by light, tells them when it's time to return to safety. But without a rooster, you'll sometimes see more hesitation, especially in younger or more timid hens. They might delay, scatter, or choose random places to roost, like low corners, boxes, or even outside the coop if it's still warm. In those flocks, you will become the leader. Your presence, your voice, your routine replaces the rooster's role. You might have to guide them in yourself or call them with treats, and that's fine. Chickens are incredibly adaptable. Even though we have roosters, we still have to guide the teens in by ourselves. A rooster's behavior around dusk says a lot. A good rooster doesn't just bring the hens in, he checks on them. You might notice him walking through the coop, making quiet sounds, fluffing his feathers, or hopping from perch to perch before finally settling down. If there's more than one rooster, the dominant one usually goes in last or chooses the highest spot. He's not just picking a roost, he's overseeing the group. Of course, not all roosters are ideal. Some are aggressive, disinterested, or even too young to take the role seriously. But a mature, respectful rooster will often act like a nighttime usher, gently steering the flock to safety as the light fades. So is it every bird for themselves? Not really. It's more like a cooperative routine where the flock gradually winds down together, with or without a rooster. But when a rooster is present, especially one that's confident and attentive, he often reinforces the bedtime ritual and makes the whole process smoother and more orderly. And here's something else you should consider: how the coop itself affects bedtime behavior. If the coop is dark, stuffy, or feels unsafe, chickens will hesitate to go in, even if a rooster is guiding them. A well-lit, familiar, and comfortable coop encourages natural bedtime routines. So make sure the space is clean, the roosts are stable, and the airflow is good. That way, your rooster's job and yours gets a whole lot easier. It's also helpful to watch the flock during this transition time. Evening is when the flock hierarchy becomes very clear. Who goes in first? Who waits? Who tries to grab the best perch? Roosters often position themselves near the hens they're most bonded with and where they feel they can best keep watch. And if there's more than one rooster, you might see them negotiating space or even gently competing for who gets to guard the hens that night. These small details say a lot about how your flock communicates and cooperates and how your rooster sees his role in it all. And when you see your flock tucked in, your whole flock, calm, settled, and secure, it's not just the coop that keeps them safe, it's that quiet, natural rhythm. The routine, the leader, and the way chickens, as simple as they may seem, always find their place when the sun goes down. A good rooster doesn't just sleep, he stays alert to sounds, shifts on the perch to keep an eye on things, and positions himself where he can respond if anything comes near. You might even hear him let out a low warning call in the night if something gets too close. He's not just resting, he's guarding, watching, ready to defend his hens if he has to. It's that quiet, protective presence that gives the flock a little more peace and lets everyone sleep a little easier. What about your flock? If you have roosters, do they guide your hens in at night? Or do your hens basically handle bedtime on their own? Let us know in the comments below. As always, we appreciate your feedback, we appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.